the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Las Vegas Raiders. And we are underway in Allegiant Stadium. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Start he was hoping for there as he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the game's first play, and it's second down now.
Second and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Now Wentz. Man open, that's Henry Ruggs. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards there, first down.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
Number 21.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run. But the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
The running back.
And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41. To throw is Wentz. His connection complete to Ruggs. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
Pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple.
Taken down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now they try the right side here. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41.
Taken down at the 40.
2 yards on the first down carry and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
But that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on third down to keep the drive going. Now Wentz on third down. Going deep for Diggs. This is caught. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. Stephon Diggs. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Raiders have taken the early lead. And that makes it 7-zip Vegas.
Makes the score Raiders 7. Buccaneers nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded in the end zone.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
From the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
4 yards on the pickup.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. A bullet throw, but incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. They're going to try and throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one. Now a handoff looking right. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Back to throw. Man over the middle, and it's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 38-yard line.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. Linebacker Patrick Queen bringing him down. 2nd and 9 now. Find his running back. It's complete. And the Bucs are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So 2nd catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game too. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
7-yard line. It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal.
On 2nd and goal, they'll give it to him again. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. These two teams all tied after 1.
With the score tied 7-7.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now, defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now, they're just cutting them to shreds.
4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Throwing is Wentz. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it, and a return across midfield into the 46-yard line.
They'll take over.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
And he'll give it here to his running back. He'll get only a couple down to the 44.
Number 5.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
At the 44-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
And running the jet sweep here to Parker. And he's going to be met at about the 43.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. They'll look to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage.
2 brings up 2nd and 12 at the 34-yard line.
Now they try the right side here. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3.
He was brought down at the 26. A gain of 8 yards. And it's 3rd down.
And a give this time to the tailback. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. Give them the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. Well, they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play, and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Montez Sweat in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Down. 3rd and long.
This offense 2 for 2 on 3rd downs on this drive. They're in for a tough task here, though. 3rd and long. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. This will be caught inside the 10. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And he's got it. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A nice job to get 11 out of that pass play, but now they face a 3rd and goal. From the start, as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
No movement from the field goal unit. They've got 4 full yards to go here on 4th and goal to hit pay dirt, but they're going to go for it. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Flushed out right. And he's got Gronkowski. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Rob Gronkowski, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bucs have taken the lead. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
The score, Buccaneers 14, Raiders 7. Kaimi Fairbairn set to kick off.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
Made at the 25-yard line. The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Wentz. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
You're trailing. You're trying to get points late in the half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case,
and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down again. Jadeveon Clowney showing the explosiveness on the sack.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. The Bucs with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. Taken in the end zone. And only able to get. Should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. We have not seen much on offense from either side these last few drives. It has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies?
And he's taken down. Back in his own 7.
That's the 2nd sack of the game. The best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
He's got his man in stride, complete. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. And they'll get 15, but that won't be nearly enough. It's fourth down.
Fourth down.
This offense 2 for 2 converting on these thus far, so why not try again here on fourth down? They'll go for it. They'll try and throw for it here. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Facing a fourth down, they come away with 18 yards and the first down conversion.
First down, Buccaneers.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down to the 40-yard line. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. Now a handoff working right. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. Well, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Now a handoff here to his running back. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. A great effort there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up.
I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They'd done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Bucs take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They start from scratch here, so to speak. 14-all following the interception last time that led to a score. And they've got it first and 10. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. 2nd and 14. Over the middle, it's complete. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
And they'll try the jet sweep here. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44.
He was taken down behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard. And it's third down.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the first.
15. And a Buccaneer first down.
And to give this time to the tailback. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And down to the 19-yard line. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He may try and run for this. The scramble good for a nice gain of 10 yards, but still 4th down.
I like his effort there. He got it done on his own. But let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rallying, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the first down. Doug Peterson going to roll the dice here. They will go for it on 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. 7 yards on the play. And the decision to go for it pays off. They've got a 1st and goal. Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. All square, 14 apiece to score as we get ready for the 4th quarter. A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Bucs are going to take the lead. Fairbairn now to add the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14.
Buccaneers 21, Raiders 14. Kaimi Fairbairn set to kick off.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep, and Hall not going to bring this one out.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And Wentz is intercepted yet again. Picked up by Xavier Howard. It's a pick six. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. Oh, that's about as tough as they come. You're driving to try to put the ball in the end zone and tie the game, and that happens.
It's exciting for us, wasn't it? Because we were thinking, hey, we might be headed towards overtime. Instead, it looks like this one may very well be done. And guess what? If you're a fantasy owner and you have that defense, you just had a big, big game, didn't you?
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And we'll see if they can band back together after the pick six. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A two-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Carlton Davis picks it. And he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or two shy of midfield. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot.
Now the ball's out, fumble near midfield. And the Raiders pick it up. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, two-score game, so hold on here, not done in the fourth. Now they try the right side here. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
He was brought down by...
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
2nd and 10 at the 45-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Wentz now to throw. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
Intended for Henry.
We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
It's now 4th down and 1.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll go for it. It's Wentz. Oh, my goodness, another interception. Picked up by the linebacker, Jarrad Davis. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this two-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. With one complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal. It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. Looking to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, there's a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Bucs capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now
14.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Working from the gun, Wentz. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Wentz going to throw. Pressure too much. Down he goes. T.J. Watt in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Now Wentz, gotta have this one. Going deep for Diggs. And now here's another interception. Carlton Davis picks it. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
They'll let the QB keep it here off the option.
And he's taken down inside the 30. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
He was brought down at the 28-yard line.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Incomplete.
Well, I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over him, and they got there to break that one up.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Back to throw again. That's to his running back, complete. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Bucs try it on 4th down, but come up empty. And the Raider D, they get the football back. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, They need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
See how they handle the waning moments in this one. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. From the gun, it's Wentz. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Wentz going to go on fourth down. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. Now the Raiders going to burn their third and final timeout as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Shotgun now for Wentz. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Xavier Howard on the coverage.
Now Wentz again. And he's able to find Diggs. He gets this down deep into Tampa Bay territory. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to...
And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Shaquille Barrett.
A 4-yard loss.
Showing his strength and quickness there. A loss of 4. Now from the 9, here's second and goal. Oh, my goodness. Another interception. It's picked off. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line.
They'll take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And it is starting to appear, thankfully for them, that this is the week they're going to put it all together and end that long losing streak. They're not home yet, but in control in the fourth quarter. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, he took that in one-handed. What a grab.
Today's final score, Buccaneers.
So time has run out on what will be a Tampa Bay victory. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for Tampa Bay, they finally get that elusive second win as a record.